Angel and company lost that game badly. So the question becomes, how often is she going to deflect blame after a tough loss onto racist comments?
Skip Bayless just came down hard on Angel Reese, and honestly, it felt like someone finally voiced what a lot of people have been thinking. After Reese's latest move to paint herself as the victim in a rivalry many believe she sparked herself, Bayless didn't hold back in calling out what he sees as the whole act. He highlighted how the WNBA seems overly cautious about safeguarding its true golden attraction, Caitlin Clark, to the point that it's allowing excessive physical play and storyline-driven drama to spiral out of control. The stats speak for themselves. Clark's matchups are packing arenas and selling out crowds, while Reese's squad struggles to even fill half the seats. If you're backing Caitlin, drop CC Superstar in the comments below. Let's get it.
But here's the issue facing Angel Reese. After bad losses, she sometimes publicly plays the victim.
What exactly did Angel Reese say that prompted Skip Bayless to call her out so openly? After the Chicago Sky were completely blown out by the Indiana Fever 93-58 on May 17th, Reese stepped forward with strong accusations, claiming she experienced racist behavior from fans during the matchup. She described an atmosphere filled with hostility and suggested that targeted harassment had been following her throughout the season. However, once people began examining the available evidence more closely, cracks started appearing in her narrative, unraveling almost as quickly as the Sky's defense did against Caitlin Clark.
First things first, let's hear what Angel Reese has to say. Let's hear Angel Reese. And if you guys pay attention, listen to her voice and listen to how she's on the edge of breaking down. Very funny.
Hate speech.
Yeah, obviously there's no place in this league for that. I think the WNBA.
Let's also watch the nervous body language, the nervous twitching. Yeah.
Our team and our organization has done a great job supporting me. I've had communication from everyone, from so many people across this league, and being able to support me and going through this whole process. Obviously, it could happen to me, it could happen to anyone, and I think they've done a great job supporting us in this.
How did it affect you Saturday, trying to do your job, trying to play, and having this going on simultaneously?
Yeah, obviously it's tough, but I think I have a great support system. I'm loved by so many people. And obviously in the moment it's hard to hear, but my support system is great.
Reese's initial accusations focused on what she said was racist harassment coming from Caitlin Clark supporters, especially during that lopsided defeat in Indianapolis. She claimed she heard hostile remarks near the court and implied that this kind of treatment had become a recurring issue throughout the season as part of her rivalry with Clark. The timing, however, raised eyebrows. The allegations emerged immediately after one of the most humiliating losses in Chicago Sky history, a night when Clark recorded a triple-double, while Reese had difficulty leaving any real mark on the game.
What do you think the league's response, just coming out right away and getting that investigation going?
Yeah, obviously, like I said, they understand that this is the priority. Obviously, there's no place for this, and they preach. I think 2 days before they put out no hate, no speech. And obviously, the women in this league, they know that, and know there's no space for that. And I believe that every player in this league deserves to be treated with respect and want to come to work and just have fun and have a great environment to work at. So I think they've done a great job putting that out, and we're obviously just going to respond as they need to.
Were you able to?
Damn, I really wish Angel Reese would talk and step up about all of her fans calling people all these nasty names. Oh, how being silent is such a blessing. Such a blessing it is to be silent and have nobody being critical of you.
This is where Reese's version of events starts to run into serious trouble. The WNBA initiated a comprehensive investigation into the accusations, and the outcome painted a very different picture. After reviewing input from fans, both teams, arena personnel, and conducting an extensive analysis of game footage, the league released an official statement saying they were unable to verify the claims of racist behavior that Reese had described. That's not some small footnote. That's the league, in effect, concluding that the allegations she presented were not supported by the available evidence.
Headline: WNBA unable to verify, quote, hateful fan comments, unquote, toward Angel Reese. Okay. Here's the league statement that was issued. We have investigated the report of racist fan behavior in the vicinity of the court during the May 17, 2025 Chicago Sky at Indiana Fever game. Based on information gathered to date, including from relevant fans, team, and arena staff, as well as audio and video review of the game, we have not substantiated it. The WNBA is committed to fostering a safe and inclusive environment for everyone and will continue to be vigilant in enforcing our fan code of conduct. Boom.
Skip Bayless dissected Reese's account step by step, and his critique was methodical. He made it clear that racism on social media is a real issue, even saying, "I don't doubt she has heard some in arenas and read a number of racist remarks on social media." However, Bayless zeroed in on the timing and intent behind her specific accusations tied to the May 17th matchup. Why raise these claims immediately after a 35-point blowout loss? Why double down on them when the league's own investigation reported that it couldn't uncover evidence backing what she alleged?
I believe the league conducted an extremely thorough investigation of this alleged incident. The players in this league are 60+% black, and the WNBA is and should be extremely committed to protecting its players from racist comments made to players in the arena during games. But here's the issue facing Angel Reese. After bad losses, she sometimes publicly plays the victim.
Bayless also pointed to what he viewed as a concerning trend in Reese's behavior. Following difficult defeats, he suggested she would at times shift the focus away from the loss by highlighting racist comments she had seen online. He urged her not to let that negativity seep into her game, emphasizing, "You're not obligated to read them. Don't allow them to imprison you. You don't have to read them. You shouldn't read them. You shouldn't allow them in your psyche." His overall point was unmistakable. Social media harassment shouldn't become a fallback explanation for underwhelming performances.
Did a white fan actually yell something out of bounds at Angel after she and Caitlyn got into it? She jumped up as she was in the right to and tried to go at Caitlyn and was restrained by her teammates. I don't know if anything was said. I have no way. I just have to go by what the WNBA said, which was no evidence.
The case against Reese's account continues to build. Game footage appears to show routine crowd reactions rather than the hostile atmosphere she portrayed. Statements from arena staff and fans likewise failed to back up allegations of widespread racist behavior. The sequence of events also raises questions. If the harassment was as open and pervasive as claimed, why didn't others flag it during the game? Why did it only surface as a major issue after the Sky's crushing loss? To critics, it looks like drama created out of thin air. They argue Reese fabricated a controversy to shift focus away from her team's poor showing and her own struggles on the floor. Rather than acknowledging that Clark and the Fever outperformed them across the board, she allegedly leaned into a racial narrative that investigators ultimately could not substantiate. The league conducted its review and reported no supporting evidence, because, according to that conclusion, there was nothing there to confirm.
Were racist remarks intended for Angel that night on social media? I'm sure some were. They're always going to be there. But should any of those kind of remarks be used as excuses or blame deflection after bad losses, especially to Caitlyn Clark? Look, I'm obviously white. Maybe I just don't get it, but after a while, you say to yourself, come on, Angel, not every single time.
Skip Bayless argues that the WNBA is undermining its own success by failing to properly protect Caitlyn Clark, the league's biggest draw, out of fear of upsetting veteran players who resent her rapid rise. He points to controversial late-game calls against the Indiana Fever, excessive physical play, especially from the Chicago Sky, and what he sees as a pattern of officials allowing Clark to be targeted without consequence. According to this view, Clark's star power is driving record ratings, sold-out arenas, and national TV attention, while jealousy and manufactured drama, particularly surrounding Angel Reese, have only intensified the rivalry. Rather than embracing the financial and cultural boost Clark brings, Bayless suggests the league is appeasing bitterness, a strategy he believes damages credibility and ultimately backfires as Clark's popularity continues to soar.